weekend's military parade, the impacts you can expect across the district.
We only had some light rain to deal with today, but it looks like storms will be back. We'll time out when things will turn stormy on your Tuesday.
An unexpected guest found roaming outside a Fairfax County motel. Why police say it wasn't just a wild encounter, but a cross-country pit stop.
Also, health officials confirm another exposure to measles in our area, this time at Dulles Airport, where and when travelers may have been at risk.
Temps are set to heat up outside. We're stretching your dollar, bringing you simple do-it-yourself tips to help you save on energy bill.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
And I'm Tosin Fakile. We're going to begin with a check of our forecast on this Monday.
It's been a damp, dreary Monday. Just not a great start to the week, but you know what? I think better days may be ahead. Meteorologist Damon Matson is going to tell us. Damon, what do we have to look forward to?
I can see the look on Tosin's face too. She's not happy with me.
I'm not. I was just, I'd rather. It's so funny, Damon. I'll let you go in a second. I told Jackie Laird this morning, I said, I need 7 days straight of sunshine.
Ooh, okay. Hey, that's fair. That's a fair ask, especially after the fact that we had this soggy, stormy weather all weekend long for the most part. Yes, there were some breaks in the rain, but we had multiple flood warnings, especially on Friday, Sunday. Now today, that heavier rainfall hasn't been a big time issue, but there still have been pockets of light rain, plenty of clouds. That's exactly what is still showing up on our satellite and radar loop here. Now, for the most part, any steadier rainfall is west of us, back toward parts of West Virginia, southwestern PA. Any rainfall through the heart of the DMV is very much on the light side, but it's enough to keep us rather damp. And that is going to be the case. No major worries about flooding out there across most of the DMV as we deal with that light rain into the night. But where we do have those pockets of heavier rainfall, we just have to pay attention in parts of Garrett, western Allegheny, western Mineral counties. A flood watch remains in effect there until midnight for that possibility of some steadier rain on the fringes of the DMV. But for the rest of us, hey, it's not going to be much better, if you will. At least we won't have the flooding concerns, but it's going to stay gray. It's going to stay damp, and it's going to stay cool straight into the night with a few more of those showers possibly moving through during the middle of the night. So no, we're not catching a break from this very unsettled pattern that we had over the weekend. And as we head into your Tuesday, Wednesday, when should we be ready for more stormy weather to return? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, we'll continue this conversation a little later. Right now, here's a live look at I-95 in Fredericksburg, Virginia at this hour. Right now, north and southbound lanes remain closed at exit 130. Crews are working on getting down power lines out of the road at that exit. All interstate traffic is being rerouted. Southbound traffic is being rerouted to exit 4. That's Courthouse Road. Northbound is being rerouted to exit 126 in Spotsylvania. Major traffic delays are expected to continue. In the district, cleanup continues after this weekend's Army Birthday Parade and Festival.
And of course, Saturday's event, Tosin, was a national security special event, meaning that strict security measures were in place. And DC News Now's Mariel Carbone, she joins us live on Constitution Avenue, where crews are removing security fencing and barriers. Mariel, what's the latest?
Well, Mark and Tosin, a lot of roads reopened, but some still aren't. You can see this road here, Constitution and 17th, is still closed. Crews are out here working to clear up all of the fencing and barriers out here. It's been going on all day and will continue for the foreseeable future out here. Meanwhile, people we spoke to that actually attended the parade tell us it was an honor to watch it. The fences are coming down and roads reopening after the Army 250th parade and birthday celebration.
I thought it was a great parade. Those guys do so much and, get little recognition.
Jeff and Jeannie Moody, who are in town from Wisconsin, opted to watch on TV.
We just had a long day of traveling.
But they say the parade was moving to see.
So impressed.
By Monday,
they've had everything open, gap in the barriers, what have you, so we could walk through.
We expect for them to clean up over several days, move all of their equipment and fencing.
Mayor Muriel Bowser says there's no road damage to report as of now, a concern many had going into the weekend.
From my vantage point, our public safety agencies and DPW and DDOT performed very well.
According to officials, MPD reported no arrests Saturday. Fire and EMS treated 48 people. And while the National Park Service does not have an estimate on how many people attended, a permit for the event predicted 50,000 people. Meanwhile, demonstrations in Virginia and Maryland heated up with people protesting the parade and the president's policies.
And for the controversies around it, I felt that it was relatively uncontroversial.
And Sam Greiner, who watched the parade in person, says around him, it was only a show of support for the Army.
I'd say the most notable thing was that there was nothing crazy about the event in any direction at all.
And back to that potential road damage for a minute. You can see here on Constitution, it all looks to be okay. The mayor says her teams will continue evaluating the parade route, and if any repairs are needed to be made, the district would then submit a reimbursement to the federal government. And Mark and Tosin, just in the last 15 minutes or so, we heard from a spokesperson for America 250. They're estimating 250,000 people were in attendance this weekend. Reporting live downtown, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
All right, Marielle, thank you. It's good to see the progress being made to reopen the roads. Right now in Virginia, Culpeper County police say a 21-year-old man allegedly drove an SUV through a crowd of protesters at a No Kings rally Saturday. Officials say at least one person was hurt. They say Joseph Cheklik Jr. intentionally accelerated his vehicle into the dispersing crowd, hitting at least one person with his vehicle. The Culpeper Democrats shared a message on their Facebook page yesterday saying, quote, "Thank you to Culpeper Police Department for your quick response and for keeping our protests safe."
Also developing now, a woman is facing charges after allegedly driving into several people and cars outside of a baby shower in Charles County, Maryland. Police in Waldorf say that it happened on June 1st on Smallwood Drive West. That's where 53-year-old Robin Alexander reportedly started arguing with another woman at the baby shower. That argument continued to the parking lot. Alexander then got into her car and drove into another parked car, which had a child inside. The child was not injured. Alexander then repeatedly ran into a woman's car that she was arguing with. Police say that several people tried to stop Alexander and eventually slashed her tires. EMS took one person to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Medics treated two people at the scene. Alexander was arrested and taken to the hospital for treatment. She's facing several charges. Developing now, the man accused of killing a Minnesota lawmaker and injuring another lawmaker had a hit list, according to prosecutors. The 7-year-old Vance Belter appeared in court today after he surrendered to police in the woods near his home last night. Now, Belter is accused of killing former Democratic House Speaker Congresswoman Melissa Hortman and her husband, and then shooting Democratic State Senator John Hoffman and his wife. Police say Belter dressed as a police officer ahead of the shooting, and officials say that he visited the two other homes at the lawmakers' homes but were not home. Investigators say that the politically motivated crime is chilling.
Researched his victims and their families. He used the internet and other tools to find their addresses and names, the names of their family members. Investigation remains ongoing in several areas, including whether or not he had anyone helping him, assisting him in either carrying out these attacks.
Belter faces several charges at the federal level, including murder and stalking. He's already facing state charges, including murder and attempted murder. His next court date set for June 27th.
Now, in the wake of the Minnesota shooting, Fairfax County Police will be increasing security near the home of legislators. In a tweet Saturday, police revealed their plans, saying, quote, "Any direct personal contact with elected officials at their homes by FCPD will include 2 uniformed police officers." Police say they found no intelligence linking the attacks to Fairfax County. Coming up in our next half hour, our national correspondent breaks down political violence concerns across the country.
A health alert. Virginia and D.C. health officials are warning about a possible measles exposure. Someone with measles reportedly traveled through Dulles International Airport last Sunday. This happened on June 8th in the late morning through early afternoon after traveling from out of the country. That person then got on the Silver Line Metro, transferred on the Red Line, and then headed toward the Shady Grove station. Well, the health officials are working to contact people who may have been exposed. Measles, highly contagious. You need to watch for symptoms 21 days after a potential exposure. They include fever, runny nose, watery eyes, and a cough. The traveler also went to several other places in our region, potentially exposing others. For full details, head to our website, DCNewsNow.com.
In the district, city leaders broke ground today on a new housing complex near the National Mall. D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser calls it a transforming project for the Southwest region. Today's event was the final step for the Portals project that's been around the city for nearly a decade. The building on Maryland Avenue will be an office to residential conversion. Bowser says this project doubles down on growing D.C.
We need to keep building in untapped parts of our city. We need to keep attracting investment, keep building homes for new DC residents across the income spectrum.
The new building will hold over 300 units and is expected to be completed in 2027.
Well, hotels and motels, they have experience dealing with unruly guests.
That's right, but one guest at a Fairfax motel was forced to leave, and not because of its behavior, but simply because he's not allowed in the state.
And DC News Now's Dave LaValle. He joins us from Huntington in Fairfax County where this happened. Dave, what can you tell us?
Well, good afternoon to you, Mark and Tosin. What we can tell you is people thought our story was a crock until we actually showed them the video of what happened here at this motel. They're not shedding any tears over it. Should I say crocodile tears?
Oh Lord, he's just sitting there.
Sean Hairston gets his first look at what stayed at the Travelers Motel, a 6-foot alligator.
Lord Jesus, that's crazy.
Fairfax County Police got the call about the unusual guest just after midnight Monday.
They're missing an alligator.
That's exactly what officers found when they arrived.
Yeah, there is actually an alligator outside of the hotel.
That's crazy.
Madison Kelmel has seen quite a few things growing up in the area, but nothing like this.
I don't expect to see alligators in motels, especially around this area.
Police determined the gator was on its way to a North Carolina zoo from New York when its owner decided to get a room for the night.
You said its mouth is bound up?
Yes, ma'am. It's like taped up.
The gator took a late-night stroll and possibly looked for a snack. Police, though, took no chances.
I would bring your dog inside. There's an alligator over here.
A motel manager said he did not know about the gator. The owner did not respond to our request as to who allowed the animal to stay there. Meanwhile, Hairston found something positive about the ordeal.
Hey, at least they had something here protecting my car.
The gator violated Virginia state code since it's illegal to possess certain exotic animals not native to the Commonwealth. What we can tell you is the owner and the alligator got safely escorted by police out of the county. In other words, later, Gator. We're live in Fairfax County. Dave LaValle, DC News Now.
Oh, Dave.